Reverend Father Cyprian Masembe was born in Nkozi Catholic Parish in then Lubaga Archdiocese. He was ordained in Kampala Archdiocese about 57 years ago. His ordination took place on December 10, 1967 at Lubaga Cathedral in the Archdiocese of Kampala. Father Masembe's first appointment was by His Grace, the late Cardinal Emmanuel Nsambya. He began his ministry at Nsambya Parish in 1967. After a year, he was moved to Namilyango as a parish priest. However, his time there was short-lived, as he was called back after 1 year by the Archbishop. Upon his return, Father Masembe was tasked with starting an office that merged from the first synod in the Kampala Archdiocese. This synod aimed to streamline the different parts of the Archdiocese. Father Masembe was appointed head of the socio-economic department, playing a crucial role in organizing and improving the social and economic aspects of the Archdiocese.
During that synod, which started in Nabingo, and they created two distinctive departments under the pastoral coordinator. One direction was for all the religious affairs, whatever was being done by the Catholic Church, religious affairs under the late Monsignor William Mpuga. And then I was to head the socio-economic department, with all the departments which are carried out, all the services carried out by the church, be they educational, health, communication, developmental, and so forth. So from that time, for about 10 years, I was reorganizing all the educational institutions under the Archdiocese, went over to the medical department, went over to the cooperatives, Caritas, communication, etc., etc.
The communication department was then established with a bi-monthly publication as they began running the Archdiocese of Kampala. Reverend Father Cyprian Masembe narrates how they initiated this department.
I remember we had to establish a thing like communication department, and of course that started off the publication which we used to agafa musaza liye Kampala ekulu. So that is how we started the communication department. It was coming out every 2 months, and then eventually we replaced Mono, which was a daily newspaper, and we replaced Mosizi, which was a monthly paper, and then that's how we started running the Archdiocese of Kampala.
He also explains that Kampala Archdiocese is a merger of the old Lubaga Archdiocese and the Kampala Diocese. He recounts that in the late 1970s, the King of Uganda, then Kabaka Mutesa I, wrote a letter to the King of England inviting missionaries, educators and health professionals to his kingdom. In response to this invitation, the first missionaries to arrive were the Anglicans from the Church of England in 1877. It was only 2 years later that the Catholic missionaries followed, marking the beginning of their significant influence in Uganda.
And for the Catholic Church, it was 2 years later, in 1879, February, when they landed at Entebbe, Chigungu, as most of our songs about the religion in Uganda say, by Father Lodell, Mompel, or Father Lodell Mapera, and then they found the English Church of Uganda, Church of England, had spent already 2 to 3 years. And so there was a bit of controversy, saying yes, the Kabaka invited the English to send missionaries, and so when the French Catholic missionaries arrived in 1879, there was a kind of surprise. They were French speaking, they were not invited, but they are here.
After the Anglican missionaries failed to persuade the king to refuse entry to the Catholic missionaries to evangelize to the people of Uganda, the church sought to reinforce their presence by requesting assistance from the English Catholic clergy.
English Catholic clergy. And the congregation which had been established a bit earlier was that of St. Joseph's Mill Hill Society. And so they came out. And when they arrived, they found the Kabaka had allocated the Catholic Church from Rubaga Hill to be their headquarters. And from there, the next step was, where do we put the Mill Hill fathers who have arrived much later?
Tomorrow, Reverend Father Cyprian Masembe will continue with our series on the development of the Catholic Church in Uganda. He will delve into the arrival of the St. Joseph Mill Hill Society and how the Buganda king navigated the situation. Stay tuned as we explore these pivotal moments in our ongoing series. Nora Osende for UCTV News.